Phil, I'll jump in there. Players have said in the past, you get after him pretty good in those film sessions. That being said, what's this week been like with those guys? Harder than normal?
Well, I try to be really consistent that one game is not different than another game. Every one is important. It's the next game. What you did the past week really doesn't influence the next week. It's a new preparation. It's a new week. So we corrected what we had to correct last week, and we just got on with our business. Now, we were in pads on Wednesday, so, we've got to get back to playing our gaps and playing physical in the run game. When you allow a team to run for 190 yards like we did last week, it leaves all their options open on second and third down. So, we lost a couple critical fourth downs, that 4th and 6 and 4th and 3. And if we make those plays, the entire game is different. So, but I think that the run game allowed them to do that. So, we just got back to basics, and we got to move forward.
All right, let's go to Jonathan Alexander.
Phil, did that surprise you at all to see that happen of your defense in that type of performance?
Well, to be honest with you, yes. I mean, nobody really played well on our defense, and when I say that we coach them. So our whole group, our whole room, coaches and players, we did not play well last week. So, the reason for that, I don't know. I think we prepared, but we just didn't play good. So we've got to get back and get on track and play well this week.
Let's go to Jason Brown.
Coach Snow, thanks for your time. I hope you had a wonderful holiday.
Yep, you too.
When you look at Tua with the Dolphins, his career so far has sort of been, I guess, up and down. And how do you evaluate what you see from him at this stage of his career and this point in the season?
I really believe that every week we're going to get everybody's best. So there's a reason why he was taken high in the draft. There's a reason why he's starting at Miami. So, I'm expecting him to give us his best, which is pretty good. So, what he's done in the past doesn't really affect what we do. We know their offense and what they want to do, and I'm anticipating him to play at a high level. So that's how I see him.
And then just real quick, then, when he's at his best, what makes him dangerous?
Well, he's got good mobility in the pocket. He can sidestep the rush and make people miss and keep himself alive. He really scrambles to throw. He doesn't really want to run the football, and it's probably because of some of his injuries. But, I always anticipate, and we do as a staff, quarterbacks running with the football off the belly read action, which they have. And, Heineke last week ran, and I knew he was going to run. And I'm anticipating the same thing from him. So even though he's been nicked up a little bit, I do believe on critical down and distances that he will carry the football. And so he presents a lot of problems that way. He's got good mobility and he's got a good arm. And there's a reason why he was a first-round draft pick and drafted as high as he was.
Next question will go to David Newton.
Hey, Phil, I hope you had a great holiday. You weren't a mask to get even with us after you said the other day you couldn't hear us for our mask? Or?
Yeah, we're in mask again. So it is what it is. We're wearing masks in meetings and everything now in the building.
Okay. I wanted to ask you, and I apologize, I came on late, but in your 6 losses, the defense is allowing over 100 yards more rushing a game than they are in the 5 wins. Is there any common thread you found there?
No, other than, the offensive lines and the tailback has something to do with that. But that's been our Achilles heel this year is we're not staying in our gaps and being as physical as we should be consistently. And you got to do that in this league. I mean, you let them run the ball 40 times, no matter how good you are against the run, they'll make some plays. And so we've got to limit the run game early and make them one-dimensional, and we have not done that in too many games this year.
We'll go to Joe Person next.
Hey, Phil, good to see you. I think you guys started a little early, so sorry about that. So I hope you haven't been asked this, but we've seen you or seen Stefan Gilmore play a little bit, kind of still in a limited package. Do you anticipate a time where he be, ever able to do more than that this year?
Yeah, I think so. He's communicated real well with us, and there's a timetable of when I think he can go and when he thinks. He's telling us, he knows his body. He's done it a long time. So there's going to be a point this season where he's going to play all the time. So I don't want to go into that right now, but when that happens, you'll recognize it. But he's going to play more this week, and so we'll see where it goes.
Has it been tough for you, knowing how good he is, not going to have him on the field more than he has?
Well, obviously, we'd love him on the field all the time, but I trust the other guys playing. They've put in a lot of hard work, and we trust our players that play, and so if he's not in there, I feel good about the other guys being there.